Hello everyone, it's your girl Asia from Road Race Franco channel. Welcome back to my channel. I am here today to make another Degrassi character video, deep dive. We're going to get right into it. The character I'm going to talk about today is Zig Novak. Now, when it comes to Zig character in Degrassi, I get so fucking frustrated because Zig's character has literally done nothing in this show. Like, Zig's character in this show was really just Maya's boyfriend. He was just Maya's love interest. And I really dare anybody to really, like, try to tell me he was anything other than that. And I'll fucking wait. Because, listen here, like, at season 12, they were really doing something good with him. Like, they did have the whole storyline where his family was broke. Like, they own a convenience store, but they didn't make the most money. And they did do something with that. But to me, I feel like, okay, you do a whole storyline in season 13 where you say he joined the gang. He started hanging out with the wrong group of kids. He joined the gang so he could make more money for his family. You know, he started selling drugs. His mom kicked him out when him and his little brother was at home, and he, you know, his ops came looking for him, and they threatened to kill him and his brother. So the mama kicked him out, and he just started, like, living in abandoned homes, right? It's like, instead of telling us that's what happened, why couldn't we have seen that? Like, I feel like in season 13, you had plenty of time to write all of that in there, but instead you wanted to just, yeah, this is what happened. Zig is this way now. It's just like in season 13, he just didn't have any like storylines other than just being in love with Maya, and I just feel like that's just what his character was. Literally, like that's just what his character was in the show. Like at this point, because ugh, he came in season 11, didn't get any storylines for real. Like season 11, they showed you like there is gonna be something between him and Maya in the future. They gave us that spark, that that future glance. And then he was just with Tori. His character didn't get any storylines. And then, like I said, season 12, he had a storyline about his family being broke. Season 13, he's just my love interest. He wanted to go out with Zoe. Season 14, he does nothing. He's still trying to be with Zoe. It's like, and then in next class, he literally gets no fucking storylines. Like, the girl that he literally chased his entire year in high school, he cheated on her once she went to New York. Cheated on her, lied about it. Literally gets no fucking screen time, no storylines. They just put him in a relationship with Esme. He's literally with Esme to the very end. I mean, I'm one of those fans who could say when I go back and look at next class, I'm not upset that Maya and Zig were in game. I'm probably more upset with the fact that they didn't have a proper end game. Like, they end game was kind of underwhelming. Like, Zig was with Esme for literally like what, since they junior year of high school. All the way from his senior year. He was not thinking about Maya like that up until she OD'd. So to me, it was a little random to write automatically that, he had feelings for her again. But then I also look at it as, well, did he ever stop having feelings for her? Like, I don't think he ever really truly stopped loving her. You feel me? But to me, I feel like you could have broke him and Esme up a long time ago and Ben got him and Maya together. You could have been done that. Instead, we had to wait in them last couple episodes of season 4 for the Degrassi Next class for them to become a couple again. Why? For what? What was the point of him being with Esme for so long? It was just stupid. I feel like Zig's character definitely lacks character development. Like, he could have really been a really big character. He could have been in the conversation for like best male characters, but I can't put him in the conversation for best male characters when his character doesn't do shit in the show. Like, his character does nothing for me. Like, I like him with Maya. Like, I love him and Maya together, but outside of his relationships with Maya or trying to be with Zoe, who the fuck is Zig Novak? Who is he? Like, we don't get nothing about him, and it's just like I said, and I just feel like it's just no fucking excuse for these characters not to get anything when you got 40, 30 fucking episodes of running time where you can at least get these characters something. There shouldn't be no reason why characters who don't get shit only get part one and part two episodes of who they are, and then they don't get any more after that. Like, huh? That's stupid. Give them more. Like, it's the same thing I feel with Bianca. As much as I love her character development in the show, there are some things about her character that I wish I got to see more. And I'm not going to say them because this is about Zig. And I'm going to mention what I wish I would have got to see with her character in her own video. Because she will be the next female character I want to talk about. And after her, I'm going to talk about Maya. Like, I feel like once we enter the newer generation for Degrassi, I don't know if, like, taking a glimpse into the children's home life was like a thing, because it's like they stopped doing that, because I feel like from the other generation, they did show that. Not with every kid of the glimpse of their home life, but they did show some twinks of some kids' home life, and I just feel like we should have seen that with some of the other kids for the new generation. Like, I feel like the only two kids I could really say that with the back of my head from the newer generation that you really got to see a glance of their home life was Drew, Miles, and Maya. Like, their parents were like constantly on TV. Like, so it's like, and you always saw them at home or whatever, to where it's like you can't say their parents were like involved in their lives for real. I mean, Miles' parents were neglectful as fuck, but they show you his home life with his father being abusive, being neglected. I mean, Craig, yeah, they showed you Craig home life too, like in season 2. But it's like, in the new generation, why did that stop? Why can't we see more of the children's home life? It's like their only lives was like school, and I wish they would have got to hang out at more places. Like, they stopped hanging out at the dot in the newer generation. They didn't have, like, it's like these kids was just all about school. And I understand what they were doing when it came to Degrassi. Like, it doesn't make sense for kids to be hanging out all night to 2 in the morning and they have to get up at 6 or 7 in the morning for school, right? That doesn't make sense. But I wish they would have shown more of the kids having more of a social life outside of school. Maybe is what I'm really trying to say. Yeah, that would have been nice to see them have more of a social life, more outside of school. But I feel like I just feel like Zig's character doesn't do shit for me. Like, nothing. Like, he does absolutely nothing for me. Like, I like Zig with Maya. That's about it. But I feel like his character, he doesn't have any development. And since we only know so little about him, it's like when he's on my screen, he doesn't do shit for me. Like, nothing. So, I really wish Zig would have got more storylines and shit like that. Because he had a lot of screen time. Zig had a lot of screen time for, like, a male character who had, like, no fucking storylines or anything like that. He had a lot of fucking screen time. He just didn't have no storylines that was, like, really about his character. Like, we didn't really get a deep dive on who is Zig Novak for real. And I really wish we would have. Like, oh, there was just something I was about to say and I just fucking forgot. Ugh, I just fucking forgot. Oh, that, like, I feel like when you watch season 13, the writers is like trying to make it like a competition on who's gonna be like their next male lead role, since, you know, Eli was gone. Drew is now a senior, right? So they had to pick within the sophomore kids for the guys, like, who's gonna be their next female role. And I feel like for the girls, when it came to sophomores, I feel like for the next female roles, it was really between Maya and Zoe. And I feel like Maya and Zoe in season 13 were both interesting. Neither one of them were more boring than the other because I feel like, excuse me, I feel like they both equally had really good, interesting storylines in season 13. I don't think neither one of them was really a bad character, but it was no question Maya was going to be their next female lead, especially after you watch season 12. You could tell she's going to be their next female lead. I don't give a fuck. When I watch season 13 or 14, it is no longer Claire for me. Claire, you're a senior now. This show was no longer about you and your class. It's about Maya and her class. You feel me? I feel like when I watched season 13, they try to make like a competition between whether it's gonna be Zig or Miles. That's gonna be the next like male lead, and I feel like Miles really came in for the kill. Like Miles is hands down one of the greatest male characters in Degrassi. I don't give a fuck. People feel like I'm just like writing him or I like put him on this like pecking order, but you can't sit here and say he wasn't one of the best actors on the show. Can't sit here and say he didn't have some good ass storylines. You can't sit here and say he had some good moments in the show. You can't say he wasn't one of their best characters because he was. And I feel like between him and Miles, I feel like between Zig and Miles, I'm taking Miles any day because Miles actually had character development. He had storylines. He did shit in his time in Degrassi. Zig didn't do shit but just date and just was somebody's boyfriend. Like, it's like, when do we like get to see Zig step out and be his own nigga? Like, we never got to saw that. So for me, it's like, Zig, I fuck with you, but you're not in the conversation for greatest like Degrassi characters. You can't be when you didn't do shit. You're like when you didn't do anything on your time on the show. Like, I'm just sorry, and that's just how I feel. Like, Zig was like a wasted character. It's given, why the fuck are you here? You're not gonna get any storylines, and that's just how I feel. And that's really all I gotta say about this video. For real, for real. I ain't want to talk for too long, but the next two characters I'm gonna be talking about. No, the next 4 characters I'm going to be talking about is Drew and Bianca, and I'm going to be talking about Miles and Maya. They're going to be the last 4 characters I talk about, and I'm going to be we're going to be reviewing my every season of Degrassi, giving my thoughts and concerns, what I liked and what I didn't like. And like I said, tomorrow, if I get some free time, I'm going to upload my Breaking Bad video, so please be looking out for that, and catch you guys in my next video.